Hi, this is Jacob from CrowdForge Studio with another Morph tutorial video. In this one, I'm going to show you step by step how to make 5 buildings from the one core set. Check it out. Now, while the Morph system is really open-ended and lets you put things together in as many ways as you like, you might want some help to get you started. So with that in mind, I'm going to look at some really easy builds which will introduce the main concepts of the system while giving you some useful gaming pieces to boot. I'll be basing all these buildings on the Morph core set blueprints, which you can download directly from our website. It is basically a step-by-step instruction manual which will take you through this same process. Check out the links below to get a copy of that, as they'll help you to follow along. One final note before we begin. You'll find in your core set that there are components which have the same or similar shape but bear different graphics, like with these walls or these floor sections. Structurally, these are completely interchangeable. They just add different outward looks to your buildings. So when it comes time to pick the components for these builds, don't be too caught up on the graphics or internal areas. Instead, make sure you have the correct outward shapes. So for example, we can see that these pieces share the same outer shape, even though their interiors are different. Both of these are essentially interchangeable. Be mindful of pieces like these though. At first glance, they may appear the same, but a closer inspection of the exterior will show you otherwise. For consistency's sake, I'm going to try and follow the blueprints exactly, but you have some leeway to choose the pieces you want, provided the outer shape matches. Okay, so we're going to start off with building number 1. This one, here's the components for the floor sections, walls, ladders, and the 2 kinds of clips you have, the L and the T. So to start with, we'll always work with floor sections first. So grab these 2 sections here, doesn't matter which side, it's up to you, and we're going to be essentially joining them together. So to do that, get T-clip, paste it on that edge there, another T-clip on the opposite edge over here, getting the 2 pieces, slide them together like so. Okay, while we've got this piece here, we're going to add some extra bits on. Grab a L-clip over here, slide that one on in the middle of this slot there, and then getting another T-clip, going to have the flat face down this side, slide it into here. Last T-clip, we're going to get this and do it facing upright over here. So it should end up with a floor with these sections in it here. Now this is going to let us to add the wall sections to support it. So I'm going to probably grab this one here and we'll go around to that upwards facing section there of the T-clip, slide it in, and we'll get this blank section here, go around to that other T-clip, slide it in. We'll come around to this last section here, get our final piece of wall section with the door, and add it on here. Now essentially we've got the base of our structure happening there. So what we'll do now is work on the second floor with this as the floor section, which will form the basis of it. This time around, L clips in this side, and this side. Now the same idea, we want to add some supports to this. So we'll get our final wall section here, come around to this longer section here and slide those in. And then for these shorter sides, we're going to add these ladder sections. So add one there, one there. Now the idea is with this, we're going to start adding these 2 together to form the second floor. So just lay your main piece down like that. Line up the ladders and wall sections and then just slide them into the clips beneath. And what you'll end up with is a structure looking like that. Now we're almost done. We just want to move on to the next part, which is getting this final floor section, putting a clip on here. That final ladder section is going to be its support, so put it here. And where we have this T section there, just join these up like so. And there we have our final building, which is building number 1. Essentially, that is ready to go. Okay, so we're going to have a look at building number 2 next. So here's the components that you're going to need: floor sections, the walls, ladders, pillar pieces, and here are the clips. 1 of the X, 2 of the T's, and we've got 5 of the L clips there. So to start this build, you probably want to get this long floor section there, either side of it, and you're going to get this X clip and place it on this section there. Next, you're going to get a T clip, and on the end of it here, we're going to place that T clip so it faces out this way and up that way. Another T clip, bring it around on the side this time, slot it in, and this time have both of those going up like that. Moving on, we'll get another L clip, bring it over to this section, clip on here, come over to the reverse side here, same thing again. Now, getting the small landing piece, which is here, we're going to join that on to this piece at the end. So just simply slot that together like that, and we've got that together. Next, going to get one of these 2 pieces. Doesn't matter which one because they are the same shape. So we'll get this one here, come over to the X clip and join it on to make this shape size here. Final thing in it though is put a L clip onto the end there. All right, so we've got that base structure there. So we'll put it to the side. We're going to work on the pillar here as we'll need it shortly. You notice the pillar has these slots here and here. They're going to just slide into one another. So line up those 2 grooves, slide them together, and you essentially have your pillar piece there. All right, now we want to start adding some vertical sections here on this one. So to begin with, let's grab one of the ladders. We'll slot that into this piece here, like so. We'll grab this wall here, which is used in this one. Just put it into the section there, from there. Now, going to this middle section on the bottom here, we're going to get that pillar we just used and put it into here. So that's just going to slot into there and act as a means of support. The final thing we're going to do is come over to this long wall here, flip over, and add a wall there. So we're going to be using this long wall to serve that purpose, going into 2 of the clips in this case. So just line that up like so, clip 1, clip 2, and we are all good. We have that base structure worked out. The last thing we're going to do with this piece is to get this door section here, and that's going to be raised up on here. So just slide that into that one like so. So we can come out there. Now, place this down for the time being because we're going to work on the second floor. So the second floor is quite basic. Get your floor section like this. Come and get a clip in one side, L clip in the second side, and we'll put a wall with a ladder on it. That final wall can go in one of the sides here, and we can get the ladder and it can go in the opposite side like such here. Now what we're going to do at this point is to put this onto here to form the second floor. So we'll essentially just be sliding this together on here. So I'll put that down, join up the parts like so, and this one in here, and we essentially have our building. Building number 2, all ready to go. Okay, this time around we're looking at building number 3. So again, our components, floor sections, walls, ladders, and our clips. This time 4 of the T's, 5 of the L's. Okay, so this time we're going to get this large floor section. It's going to form the base of everything we do. And we're going to get the T's. We're going to do one of those standing upright like that here. We're going to come over here, go to the opposite side and do exactly the same thing with that one there. We're going to get one more T and do it in this one also, like that. And then the final T we're going to get here, and we're going to place that in the clip that way. Now, barring that, we're going to get one of the L clips here, and we'll be placing that in the middle here, like so. Now, that's the base for that part. Let's start adding the vertical elements to it. So with this one, we're basically going to get some floors to join it. So this floor to begin with is going to go into this side here. So we'll just line that up with its corresponding side, put it together as such. Come over to this other side where we'll get this other floor and pop that in here. So this one's going to clip into these 2 sides as such, like that. If we come around to this front side here, we'll get this square piece, which is here, and we will align it into there and clip that in as a wall. Now, putting that down for a second, we're going to get this L-shaped floor piece. I'm going to get one of the L clips from here, and we're going to add it onto this long section's end. So just put one here like such. Get one of your ladders, and we'll just do that off the end here as a support for it. Then essentially come back to our 2 pieces. We're going to join them together at that point there. So make something like that. So essentially line up your clips, slide it together, and there we have this one kind of largest base structure. Put that down for a second as we'll work on the second floor. So we're going to get this kind of a U-shaped section, I guess. We'll get these clips from here, pop one on like so on that side, so they go down. Grab your other one, come across to the other side over here and do more or less the same thing. One more here, like so. Now for the vertical sections for here, we're going to get one of these sections like this. Pop it onto this side over here. So on there goes down to there. Swap around to this side here. We're going to do more or less the same thing, but on this side here. So we had the wall there, do it over on here. So put this one here. And for this final section here, we'll use our ladder. So we'll get that one here, lock it on. Now what we are more or less going to do with this is get the 2 clips here, which will go onto there. This one here is where this will join to. So we're going to place this down, line them up. Click 1, 2, and 3. And we end up with this kind of structure here. That is essentially building number 3. Okie doke, so we're going to move on to building number 4. So with the components again, we have floor sections through there, the walls, ladder, pillars, and the clips down here being one of the X clips, 2 of the T's, and a few of the L's there. So to begin this build, we're going to use one of these 2 sections here. They're both the square ones. They're both the same as we've talked about before, so it doesn't really matter which one we're going to use. But get the X clip, We're going to put that in the middle side over here. So just clip away in that middle section there, like so. Then we want you to get one of the T pieces like that. Go over to the opposite side over here. Clip this one on here so it is standing vertically like that. Now put that down for a second as we want to work on the pillar again. As we've talked about with pillars before, they have these slots in them there. What we want to do is just line those up, slide them together like that, and we have the pillar ready to go. Now we're going to use that pillar straight away. So we'll pick this one up here, move on to where we have that X join here, and slot that in there to form the basis for it. Spin it around to the other side over here. We're going to pick a wall section, say this one here with the window and door. Move to that middle section there and slot together like so. So we've got something that looks like this. Okay, we're just going to put that down for a second and move on to the other parts, namely this floor section here. So what I'm going to do is just pick 2 of the L clips, slot one in over on this side here, another one over on the other side here, and then we're going to form a support with that, which is going to be with the long floor section. So that's basically going to join together there. So just line up the clips over here like so, slide together, and we have this shaped area like that. Now basically we're going to get this first section here with the pillar and the clip there, and we are going to join these together like so. Put this down for a second as we're going to work on the second floor. So with the second floor, we're going to get this piece here, get a T-clip, place it in the middle like so, so it's going up and down. Come around to the opposite side and put in a L-clip, so that is facing down. Right, from there we're going to get some supports for it in a vertical way. So we're going to get this door here, slip that on like so, flip it around to the other side. We're going to get this larger section here with the window and stairs, and we're going to slide that on in the middle here. Now with that, we're going to come back to our main piece over here. I'm going to come around to the door section, and this is essentially going to sit on top of it like that. So I'm just going to put this down, line up my pieces to slide them in, slide in 1 and slide in 2, and there we have a structure that's looking like this. Now not quite done yet, because this is a three-story structure, so we're going to get this last platform, get an L-clip, place on one side there, come over to the opposite side, L-clip there as well, so they're both facing downwards. One of the walls here, slide that in like so, reverse that over, get our final piece, which is this ladder, and slot that in there. Now for this final piece, this is essentially just going to sit on the top of this one here. So I'm going to get this here, push it in like so, and the ladder will just be freely standing there. So when we do this, we have a building something like this. And that's it. Okay, now we're going to go on to the last building, building number 5. So with this one, we've got a few floor sections here with the landings, our wall sections here, some ladders, our pillars again here, and the clips over here. So we've got 5 of the T-clips, 6 of the Ls. Now to make this build, we're going to start with this large floor section here, and pick one of its sides, and we're going to start putting some T sections onto this part over here. So we'll put a T on there, and I'll grab another one and move along to the opposite side over here and put a T on here. Both pointing out, both pointing down. Now on the other side of that, I'm going to get a L clip here and put it into this middle section, again facing down. One more, go around the corner to this section here. We'll put an L clip into that. And then one more of the X's, we'll put it in this middle section here. Similar thing, so it points down that way as well. Now we're going to get this section of floor here and we're going to join these together, provided by these clips here. So essentially line those two sections up there and slide them together to form the one piece. Now to add on to this, we're going to get this L clip here, place it on the end of that one there, just so it points down. Final thing, a T clip over here, just on this edge here of it. Again, we're going to put it on like that, again facing down. This time we're going to get a landing piece, one of those small bits there, add that on to here. Now this forms the base of the floor here, so we're going to put that to the side for now and give it some vertical elements to come down from. So put it down here. We'll work on these ones. We'll put the pillars together so they're ready to go. So essentially slide your pillars together like that. And we'll do this one too while we're here. Like that. And we'll take one of those pillars and we'll put that on the front of this section here where this L clip is. So let's just slide it into there. Now as for the other sections that come off this one, we'll use these wall sections and a ladder. So I'll get one of the walls and we're going to put it onto this double section here. So that's just going to line up with it, with the clips already in there, and slide into place. Now we're going to reverse over and go on the back side of this and sand a wall down there. So I'm going to get this other wall here, line up with these two and stick them in. Now I've got those two sections in like that, but I need to add something here. So I'm going to get one of my ladders and slide that in there to form the final support. That's the bottom layer done essentially. So we're just going to work on the second layer to build up from. With this one, quite simple. We're just going to get this section here, the smaller one. I'm going to get some T sections, or L sections I should say. So they hook down one there, and one there. So just go around like that. The final T section I'll put on this final wall here, like so. Now, with this one, I'm actually going to add to that T section there a landing. So I'll just kind of slot him on there just to make an extended area. Now, with this part, to elevate it vertically, what we'll do is essentially put a pillar over here, come around here, add one ladder, come around here, add a second ladder. And how we're going to attach this structure together, just from the back section of it here, we're going to join the ladder onto this point here. So I'm just going to add that on there, and we have now, there we are, got the building complete. Building number 5, ready to go.
So by now, you should have a pretty good understanding of how those buildings come together, and more importantly, start to have a good handle on how you can make the buildings that you want. Hopefully everything was enjoyable and easy, but if you have any questions or queries, do send them my way. Keep in mind though, there are other videos in this series which may help you out also, so do check them out. And other than that, get building.